Panther Sports is brought to you in part with funding from our generous sponsors: Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Bill's Food Center, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join us in supporting our Oregon High School student athletes. Become a booster member today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon Cares. OCA Media relies on local business and private donations to provide you with this Panther Sports production. Please consider joining our team of sponsors.
Welcome to Panther Hockey on OCA Media Sports. I'm Derek, along with Aiden, and we will be bringing you all of tonight's exciting Panther action. Thank you for joining us for tonight's game against the Monroe Cheesemakers. I'd like to thank our sponsors for those generous donations help make this broadcast possible. Panther Exteriors, Doopy Service Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be a part of something great. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon Cares. So we're here at the Oregon Ice Arena for this Oregon Panthers versus the Monroe Cheesemakers. And Oregon comes into this game 4-4-0 in the Badger West Conference and 9-7-0 overall. And Monroe comes in 2-5-0 in the Badger West and 8-9-0 overall. In the last game that Oregon had, they beat the Marquette Hilltoppers here at Oregon, or they lost, 5-4 at the buzzer pretty much. And then Monroe's last game was against Baraboo, and they won 2-1. So this will be an exciting game to see here.
Definitely. I mean, I'm very excited to see what the Panthers can pull off here. Last time we played Monroe, we beat them 7-2, so that was a good outing for us. But I'm very excited to see who can put up some points tonight and who can stop them.
Yeah, and with these stats, it's very hard to tell who's gonna come out ahead because they're only off by a couple of wins and losses.
Exactly, yeah. And, I mean, Monroe's obviously coming off of a big win, big close win for them, and Oregon's coming off of a big loss. So, I mean, you're going to be looking at an Oregon team who's going to be wanting to fight back after that loss.
Yeah, and it looks like you have the Badger West standings over there.
Yeah, for sure. So in first place, we've got Sauk Prairie with a record of 8-7-1. Then we've got Edgewood at 6-6. Oregon's in third place at 8-4-4. Or sorry, not 8-4-4. Sorry, 4-4. And then we've got Reedsburg after us at 3-4. Monroe at 2-5, and then we've got Baraboo Portage at 0-8.
Yeah, so it's a very competitive Badger West this year.
Definitely is, and usually that top 3 or 4 is usually a very competitive battle to see who can win that one out.
Sounds good. And here come the Oregon Panthers onto the ice. And we'll get the starting lineup in just a minute from the public address announcer.
And now, your starting lineup. And defense, number 18, Gavin Ross. At forward, number 10, Nolan Varsity. At forward, number 17, Patrick Alt. And at forward, number 19, Wyatt Janicki. That is the coach by Barry Einbeck, Tom Stoffer, and Terry Bush. And now for your Oregon Panthers. In net, our senior number 35, Josh Keane. senior number 2, Ty Zerwick. At for number 14, Isaac Rotier. And for the senior number 27, Owen Benjamin. The Panthers are coached by Larry Cullen and Cole Hockey Varsity. As you follow, if you could please stand and rise and move your hands and fix the flag to the playing of our national anthem.
OCA Media is your local community access television station, broadcasting locally sourced, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS cable. Visit our website for our program guide and more information, www.ocamedia.com. All right, so we're here and we're ready to go. And it looks like we will have Keene in net for the Oregon Panthers and Obert for the Cheesemakers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm excited to see what Obert does in net. I haven't seen Monroe play at all this year, but I know Keene, he can do what he needs to do when the Panthers need it. So I'm excited to see how he stands in net, and I'm excited to see how Obert does.
It'll be a great game to watch. Looks like we'll have Rotier in the face-off for the Panthers. And looks like Landon Streitler. Or is that 19? That's 19.
That is Wyatt Janicki at center right now. All right. Going against Rotier, going back to the Cheesemakers.
Off into the far side circle, into the near side circle, back into neutral.
Nice step by Mueller there.
High and through neutral.
Got to chase for that puck. Cheesemakers come out with it, move it up to the point. Shot and a block by Leatherberry there, right in the center.
Little back pass by Monroe. Oregon gains control in their own zone. Back through neutral.
Nice hit there by Zerwick. Rotier's got the puck, dumps it in deep.
Goes into the near side circle. Oregon retains control. It's been a long day.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Battle for it along the near side boards. Comes out to Monroe.
There's Nieto grinding behind the net there for that pop. Stepped up top, but Barnish stops it. Leaks out for the middle.
Comes through neutral. Oregon tries to clear the zone. They can't.
It's a turnover. Close one down in the far end. Cameron comes out with it. Looks for a pass. Can't find one. Just dumps it into the middle there.
Oregon tries to clear the zone. They
Great
do.
look over to Dosher.
They go right through neutral. Centering pass.
Finds Anderson, just a shot block there.
Dumped into the corner. Sent around the boards. Battle for it. Monroe comes away with it.
That's actually Dawson Peterson there behind the net. Got that puck.
Whiff on the pass.
Moves it behind the net there to Leatherberry. Up the ice to Jakey. Peterson's got that puck. Keeps control, dumps it in.
Monroe tries to clear, and they do. Looks like that's Newcomer with it. Back to Oregon in the center. Dumped into the far side corner, goes around the boards and behind the net. Oh, it does not go behind the net. Back into the corner. Monroe will come away with it.
Keane plays it over to the corner. Dumped just right back down deep. Rotier plays it over to Benjamin. He plays it back down low to Barnish. Zerwick sweeps in, grabs that puck. Bad bounce off the boards, but Benjamin grabs that one. Just a dump down deep by Rotier. Nice play. Monroe's got it coming back.
Oregon manages to hold it in the zone, but it squirts back out through neutral.
Moves it across ice. Oh, that's a whiff pass. Moves it back to Buskogger. Back over. Surveying the ice, seeing what he can find. Finds a nice little dump off. And Dosher comes out with the puck there. Shot and a save by Obert.
13:03 remaining in the first period. And so far nobody has scored, but it seems to have been a pretty even battle for the puck.
Yeah, so far Monroe's generating their chances. Oregon's trying to capitalize, but nothing yet. Looking for that first one for either team.
Off to the corner. Monroe manages to clear the zone.
That's Janicki with the puck there. Just seems to lose it, and Keane covers it.
Face off in the near side circle.
Got Janicki against Cameron right now. Seems that Monroe wins that face-off. Shot on, just off the side.
Monroe
Tried to
holds
catch
the
that
zone.
one there. Got a ref down. Moves it up ice to Nieto.
Dumps
Just
it in the
chips it
zone.
behind him.
Off to the far side corner. Comes out to Monroe. Mueller with it. Into the far side corner, comes around the boards. Picked up by Monroe. Panthers managed to clear the zone into neutral here.
Great find by Cameron there.
Shot towards goal goes to the left, or to the right.
Jakey's trying to find control of the puck there. Loses it and it goes up the far wall for Monroe. Dump it down deep and we've got a 2-on-1 with a back checker. Nice save by Keane there.
Ongoing support from our local business partners help make this broadcast possible. You can become a sponsor of OCA Media programs like this. For more information, contact Paul at ocamedia.com or visit our website, ocamedia.com.
Just dumped up the close wall there. Sneaks its way out of the zone, and Monroe crosses the ice.
It's Radke with it. Batted forward along the side, on the far side corner. Sends it around the boards.
There's Barnish with the puck at the corner. Looks for Jakey. Just tipped. But it looks like it's on net, so we've got a no ice there. That's Keane freezing the puck there.
.10:09 remaining in the first period.
Not too many stoppages quite yet.
Not so many. Face off in the far side circle.
It's Benjamin on the chase. And that squirts its way back to Leatherberry, who finds Zerwick up on the wall. Over to Rotier, who just misses it.
Comes out to Monroe off that battle. Picked off by the Panthers.
Knocked down by Benjamin. Just offsides though, and there's Leatherberry going up the ice there. Trying to find something. But to no avail, just a shot. Finds its way back up to the point. Puck's crossing ice to the far corner. Front. Mueller gets there for that one to hold it.
Battle forward on the far side, comes around behind the net to this near corner. Goes
Puck
sailing.
is shot all the way down. Oh, just barely. There's Dozier wheeling it around the net, trying to find something.
Monroe with it in their own zone. Sent into the far side corner, comes around the boards. Oregon holds the zone, shot in towards goal.
Another hold there by Barnish.
Comes out to Monroe, goes through neutral and into the Panther zone. Shot in on goal, goes to wide to the left. Oh, Oregon manages to hold it neutral. At least momentarily, goes into the Panther zone.
Goes back to Keane, who turns it over to Leatherberry, who looks up the ice.
Goes around behind the net and over to the near side corner where Monroe will send it forward. Oregon there to get it. Battle for it right in front of the bench here.
Leatherberry surveys the ice. Looks up, finds Peterson. Peterson dumps it off to Anderson, who dumps it off to Jakey, and Jakey's on a race.
Goes off to the near side corner. Oregon maintains control. Shot in towards goal, goes to the left. Oregon with it. Sends it off to the far side. Brings it through neutral. Nice pass forward. Gets poked off by Monroe.
Puck tipped to the neutral zone. Barnish on a chase. Gathers control, moves it back to Mueller. Up the ice, up the boards, over to Anderson, who turns it over at the blue line. Shot on goal, Keene saves that one.
You can watch this and other OCA programs on demand on our YouTube channel. Visit ocamedia.com for more information. Face off in the far side circle. Oregon comes away with it, sends it high off the glass.
Dumps it down, Zerwick's got it, we got a 2-on-1. Zerwick shot, saved by Obert. Nice save.
So we'll face off in the far circle.
Oh, we got to stop for the ref to fix the net. Against Marquette, that seemed to be a slight issue with the net coming off a couple of times there at the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely. Led to a lot of stoppages.
For sure. Let's hope that doesn't happen again tonight. Always enjoy a game
You are
that just keeps going.
You are watching an OCA Media Panther Sports production. Oregon Community Access. Community is our middle name. Face off in the far side circle.
Rimmed all the way around, and it looks like it's going. Barnish has control. Loses it, and Buskogger grabs control of that puck. Moves it up ice to Zerwick, who's looking for Benjamin. Just tipped.
Monroe puts it back into neutral. Whiff on a pass. Wobbling puck. Oregon comes away with it and brings it into the corner. Pass goes to Monroe and cleared from the zone. Pass across to the far side. Dumped into the corner.
Stuck behind the net, and Dosher grabs control. Mueller with a shot, just over the net. Leatherberry looking down low for Dosher. Nieto comes out with that one, moves it back up. There's a shot off to the left.
Dumped into the near side corner where Monroe will gain control. Battle to keep it in the zone. Looks like Oregon will keep it in the zone, at least for now.
Find up top, there's Nieto from Dosher. What a find between that line right there. Those three have been playing together since, oh gosh, probably 4 or 5 years now, and they have definitely built a chemistry together.
Face off in the center, comes out. Looks like Oregon will have control of it.
There's a shot on goal by Jacob Cameron, saved by Obert.
So far, a pretty clean game. We haven't had any penalties at all.
Yeah, I did notice that, and it's definitely a nice thing for Oregon to see after a couple of games where they've been penalty heavy. So you can tell that they've kind of put an emphasis on playing clean and playing their way that they should.
Off to the near side circle. Monroe has it through neutral. Poked off by Oregon.
Nieto takes it all the way back into the zone, looks over for Dosher, who's going to find Cameron, I believe. Nope. Turned over at the neutral zone. There's a shot on goal. Keene saves that one as well.
Award-winning productions like this are made possible with support from our local business sponsors and by viewers like you. For more information, visit ocamedia.com. Face off in the far side circle. Comes away to Monroe. Monroe holds the zone. Shot in, goes off to the side.
Leatherberry's got control of that one in the defensive zone. Moves it up ice. Just tipped in. Oh, and that's a great play by Rosenthal.
Oh, that was such a close opportunity. Dumped to the near side corner. Goes around behind the net. Monroe tries to clear.
Just barely offsides for that one.
Everybody touches up.
There's Peterson for the battle for that puck. Anderson comes out with it. And just dumped all the way down the ice. Got a no icing. Keene comes out to play it. Has to wheel it all the way around.
Battle in the near side corner. Looks like Oregon will send it around the boards.
Anderson's trying to find what he's got. Almost finds Mueller there up the far side. Or up the close side, sorry.
Oregon with it in the corner. Comes away with it.
Well, that's a big play there by Rotier to stop that one, but Varnish misplays it. Jakey comes back to pick that one up for him. And here comes Varnish up the ice. Looks to carry, looks for a shot, just wide right.
Drop back by to the point. Battle for it. Oregon seems to be holding the zone nicely.
Now puck dumped.
Oregon with it in their own zone. .127 left in the first period here at the Oregon Ice Arena. Have a face-off in the far side circle. Cameron in it for Oregon. And there's Janicki in it for Monroe.
There was Nieto looking for another one there with that shot. Dosher finds Cameron there. Tipped though in front.
Oregon holds the zone.
That is a nice hold there by Mueller.
And it goes out of play. So far, we've only got one score and no penalties, and that was by Edgar Nieto.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a battle so far to see who can prevail and show who is better after that early game this season.
Dumped into the near side corner. Monroe has it. Comes out to Oregon. Dumped around the boards. Picked up by Monroe. Monroe manages to clear and comes into neutral. Monroe clears again into neutral and into the Panther zone. Battle for it right here in front of the benches. And goes
Jakey
off to
keeps
the
control, goes over to Cameron. And Nieto just looks out front but can't find anyone.
Monroe clears and breaks into the Panther zone.
It's a nice step there by Buskager. And just dumped into the far corner with no time left on the clock.
So we will end this period with a score of 1-0. And we will be back at the start of the second period in just a few minutes. You're watching Panther Hockey on OCA Media.
Panther Sports is brought to you in part with funding from our generous sponsors: Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Bill's Food Center, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join us in supporting our Oregon High School student athletes. Become a booster member today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. OCA Media relies on local business and private donations to provide you with this Panther Sports production. Please consider joining our team of sponsors.
Welcome back to the start of the second period of tonight's Panther hockey match against the Monroe Cheesemakers, brought to you by OCA Media Sports. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors whose generous donations help make this broadcast possible: Panther Exteriors, Doopy Service Center, Stoughton Health, and the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be a part of something great. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. So we're starting the second period with Oregon up by 1 after Nieto scored with 4:47 remaining in that period.
Yeah, it took them a while to get that first one, but you could tell after they got that first one, they were starting to move. They were starting to move that puck pretty well.
We're going to have our face-off here in the center.
We've got Janicki there from Monroe, and we've got Jacob Cameron there for Oregon. That one's one back from Monroe.
Monroe has it in the Oregon zone.
Oh, and they find that one early, and that is Bodenstein finding the back of the net there. And that one's real quick into this period.
And who was that with that score?
That was Bodenstein, I believe.
Awesome.
And we'll hear that from the PA announcer.
Same people in on the face-off here.
And just about the same outcome.
Dump back into the Panther zone. Monroe holds the zone until Oregon gets it out into neutral. Pass across the ice. Monroe sends it around behind their own net.
Squirts out to the point, move down into the corner, and swings itself into the near side.
Monroe with it behind their own net. Sends it forward. They manage to clear.
No ice there, and Oregon gets a quick change with a forechecker out of Jacob Cameron.
Battle forward on the near side, 2-on-2. Comes out to Oregon.
Jakey looks for a shot, but it finds its way into the far corner. Peterson there to fight for it. Gets a little body onto him. And there's Anderson below the net, looking for something. And we've got a call coming. Got a hold on Monroe, and that is to number 20, Ethan Rosenteal.
That's the first penalty of the evening.
That it is, and took over a period to get there with these two teams, which shows that it's a great battle for this one.
Oregon with it in their own zone, brings it through neutral. Bounces off Monroe and back in. Dropped out to the far side.
Just dumped into the near corner here by Oregon. Monroe gets an unlucky bounce, but then they keep control and move it down into Oregon's end.
Keene comes out of the net to play it. Sent to the far side through neutral. Monroe pokes it right back in. He gets knocked out of the play.
And we've got a penalty here for kneeing on number 18, Jacob Cameron, down in the far side corner of Oregon's defensive zone.
So we'll have an even strength period of 1 minute and 4 seconds here. Face off into neutral.
Keene plays it back behind the net, and there's Leatherberry just surveying the ice, seeing what he can do.
Nice blocker pad by Keene.
Leatherberry down in the far corner, looks for something to do with the puck, moves it across to Mueller. Back over to Leatherberry, who's looking up the ice, finds Anderson on a beautiful pass. Dumps it back to Jakey, who takes a shot and is saved by Obert. Great little breakout there by the Panthers.
13:58 remaining in the second period. We'll have a face-off in the near side circle in Monroe zone.
Still 4-on-4 here for another 24 seconds.
Monroe with it behind their own net. Dumped into neutral. Oregon with it.
Moves it back to Barnish.
Dumps it into the corner. Goes right past Obert.
Right past Zerwick as well. Moving up the ice is the Cheesemakers, who just got a power play for 53 seconds. Excuse me, 51, as we have a stoppage down in the Oregon defensive zone.
13:29 remaining in the second period. Face off in the far side circle.
And that one's just launched down the ice there by Leatherberry. Wilbert comes out to play it. We've got Gavin Roth, who plays it behind the net there, over to Kirshner. Looks to move it up ice. Stays with it.
Miss on a pass.
Finds its way across the ice, though. Up top for a shot and a glove grab by Keene there.
It must take a lot of concentration to be able to grab a puck out of the air when it's moving that fast.
It is, yeah. I mean, I've talked to him quite a bit, played with him for, gosh, I can't even remember, 2-3 years, and I mean, he is a great goalie. He's gotten some training on the side, gotten training in the season. He's definitely improved his game as he's progressed throughout his high school career.
That's always nice to see. Oh, a nice save by Keene.
And then a great dump out of the zone there with 8 seconds left on the penalty kill for Oregon.
Monroe with it in their own zone. Pass to the near side.
We are an even 5-on-5 here.
Oregon seems to be doing a great job keeping the puck away from the net.
Yeah, they are definitely deterring that puck away from that home base there. Got Mueller down in the Oregon zone getting some pressure. There's a hit at the blue line. Moved up ice over to Anderson and then over to Jakey, who's got the puck right now. Turned over. Barnish on a race to keep it in the zone, and he succeeds.
Comes into the near side corner.
There's a whiff shot by Buskogger right there. Now we've got a 3-on-2. Oh, puck stopped right there by the ref, unfortunately. Oh, almost found its way into the net there with a Monroe player laying on the ice.
Oregon holds the zone.
Shot on and it's blocked.
Oregon dumps it off to the far side through neutral. Monroe sends it into their own zone for a minute
And that will be an icing.
with 10:59 remaining in the second period. So a face-off in the far side circle, it looks like. That's Janicki in it for Monroe.
Yep, and you got Rotier there for Oregon as well. Monroe wins that one. Zerwick down behind the net. Looking up ice, and that one's just tipped. Looking for an icing call, and they get that one. That was Patrick Alt there on the misplay, but great hustle.
We hope you are enjoying this broadcast of Panther Sports on OCA Media. Please visit our website to show your support. Tax-free donations and local business sponsorships are welcome and support our mission to provide our viewers with hundreds of local programming hours per year. Puck through neutral. Stays in the Panther zone. Panthers control it, send it out.
Nieto tries to push that one into the zone, but finds its way to Janicki, who finds his way over to Alt. Mueller grabs that one with his hand like he's keen.
Held in at the point. Monroe with it. Can they clear? They do. They get into the neutral where Oregon will slow it down a little bit.
Little confusion there on that icing or no icing, but Oregon's got a penalty going for Monroe, in fact, on a trip. And that is Christian Carpenter with the trip there for Monroe, and Oregon gets another power play.
That's their second penalty this period.
Yeah, we're seeing a little pickup there in the physicality of the game, it seems. Everyone's trying to fight a little bit harder now that we're tied back at 1-1. Up the ice over to Anderson. And that is a nice hold there by Mueller with Zerwick coming in to help. Anderson sneaks out with the puck. Bounces off the close wall over to Leatherberry, who dumps it back in. Moves it over to Mueller. Takes a shot, and it is deflected over to the right.
Monroe with it. Held in by Oregon momentarily.
Oh, we've got a penalty here against Oregon. That is going to be number 9, Brock Buskager, with a cross-checking. So now we've got a 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 8 seconds. And then Monroe will be on the power play.
Face off in the far side circle. That's newcomer for Monroe. Can't quite see who it was for.
I believe that may be Dosher. Finds its way over to Cameron. Oh, almost finds Barnish there in front of the net. And that is an icing.
So the face-off in the near side circle in the Cheesemakers zone. Cameron in it for Oregon. And looks like Janicki for Monroe.
Oh. Finds its way up to the point, and there's just a whiff there. And now we've got a one-on-one here. And that's going to be a tripping on number 12, Logan Leatherberry. Sometimes when it comes down to it with specific players carrying the puck down the ice, you may want to take that penalty, in fact, to prevent a 1-0. It does leave you down a man for another 35 seconds, and then you are down 2 men after that.
Monroe seems to have pretty good control of it in the Panther zone. That was just a little bit to the left of the post.
Almost takes an awkward bounce.
Oregon manages to clear.
There's a big save there by Keene. Big save. Got deflected in front there, and he still kept track of it. He was able to control that one in for a stoppage.
There's only 5 seconds left in Monroe's penalty.
And then we will have a 5-on-3. So this will be interesting to see what Monroe can do here. See if they can generate 1 or 2 goals, being up by 2 guys. Got a tumble at center ice. And there is a fight going on in front of that net, trying to get their own space.
Centering pass
Monroe
nicely
almost had
broken
it.
up.
And Cameron flies down the ice. They've got a 1-on-1 here now, too. Great shot block. Now we've got Dosher carrying the puck around. Looks for a shot. Got 14 seconds left on that first penalty for Oregon, and then we will be 4-on-5. Here comes Jakey flying in, looking for that puck. Now we are 4-on-5 for another 28 seconds, and then we will be even strength once again.
Dumped all the way into the Monroe zone. Monroe with it, brings it into the corner, drops it off, clears the zone. He loses his edge.
Jakey just controls the puck back in our own zone, moves through center ice.
Both teams now at full strength.
And that's a big kill there for Oregon, being down 2 guys there for about a minute.
So if they can keep up their momentum, they should be able to do something really nice here.
I would think so, being even strength here. Oh, and there's their opportunity.
Held in by Oregon, right in towards goal. Oh. Battle for it along the boards. Now it goes behind the net where Monroe will try to clear. They do.
Going all the way down. We have an icing.
5:40 remaining in the second period, tied at 1. And so far, Oregon is up to 3 penalties for 6 minutes, where Monroe only has 2 for 4.
Yeah, you can see that both teams are starting to fight real hard, and we may get a couple more calls here in the finishing about 5.5 minutes of this second period.
Ooh. 2 quick shots and a nice cover-up by Obert. So we'll have a face-off in the near side circle. Ooh, that's going to be penalty
Definitely,
on
yeah.
Monroe.
Yep, so that is going to be a 2-minute cross-checking on number 11, Carson Kirschner. which will put Oregon on a power play for 2 minutes. So they'll look to capitalize on this opportunity, which actually ties both teams up in penalties in this period already.
It does.
6 minutes each team is quite a bit in one period.
It is quite a bit. And Monroe clears the zone into neutral. Oregon will bring it off to the corner.
Oh, that one looked a little scary there. They are calling a slash there on number 17, I believe, Patrick Alt. So now the Panthers will be up 2 guys, 5-on-3 for a minute 48.
So face off in the far side circle in the Cheesemakers zone. We got 19 against 19 over there.
That is Simon Dosher and Wyatt Janicki at the center of the dots. Olbert just controls it, wants another try at it.
Face-off comes away to Oregon. Pass to this near side. Shot and blocker pad save made. I guess shoulder pad. Oregon with it again. Drop to the corner.
Jakey
And
finds it.
a nice power play goal for the Panthers.
It's a great way, walking right out in front of the net there, capitalizing on that 5-on-3. And now they still have a 5-on-4 for a minute 41. That is the great advantage of being 5-on-3. You can score one and still be up a guy.
Both of their goals were in the last 5 minutes of the period. That's something you don't see a whole lot of. Such close
definitely
timing.
not.
Oregon with it in neutral. Still on a power play.
Oh, we've got an offsides.
So a face-off in the near side dot, I suppose. Oregon dumps it into the corner. One-on-one battle for it along the boards. Sends it forward to Oregon. He sends it right around the boards again.
Moves it into the corner. And that one is just dumped all the way down to Keene.
Oregon just brings it right behind their net.
Leatherberry takes over from Mueller there, who looks right back to him. Finds Buskogger up the ice. Just dumps it into the corner so they can get a little bit of a work in.
It goes high off the glass into the Panther zone. Behind the net. Oregon trying to set something up here. 40 seconds left in this power play for Oregon.
Here comes Anderson down the ice into the corner behind the net now. Looks back up top to Mueller. Stays fighting and keeps control of it. Looking up top, but it squirts outside of the offensive zone for Oregon.
Oregon dumps it into their own zone. 10 seconds left in this power play.
Moves it right in front of the net over to Nieto, which goes up to Dosher. He's got a shot here. A nice stoppage there by Obert.
OCA Media is your local community access television station, broadcasting locally sourced, entertaining, and informative programs on Charter and TDS cable. Visit our website for our program guide and more information, www.ocamedia.com.
And as soon as the puck drops here, we are going to be even strength. Monroe is back to 5. Oregon still at 5. So now we are even.
Pass goes right past Oregon over there and into the corner.
Oh, and that's a big hit there. Got a call coming. And that is going to be, I believe, Number 18, Gavin Roth with a elbowing. So that'll be another 2-minute power play for Oregon.
And that gives Monroe 5 for 10 on penalty minutes.
Wow. I mean, both teams are definitely going at it right now. You can see that the minutes are starting to pile up.
Oregon has control in the far side circle. Shot in, gets knocked aside.
Finds its way back up to the point for Nieto, who moves it down to Dosher. Dosher looks back up to Nieto, who takes a shot, and it's blocked.
Oh, and it manages to come out into neutral.
It's a nice save there by Obert. Cameron finds Jakey, who's just going to fly down the ice.
Oh, poked off his stick.
Oh, and that is another goal there for Jakey. That is his second of the night. Which then puts them at even strength, 5-on-5.
That's his second goal this period even.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Because he got the power play goal about 3 minutes ago. And
Yeah, he's scored two quick ones here in this period.
and I suppose that one was also a power play goal.
Puck goes in front of the net there. Monroe able to gain control. But Mueller keeps it in the zone. Goes down to Zerwick. Squirts its way back up to Mueller, who is tipped.
Oh, and Obert lost his stick.
He's got no stick. Someone's got to give him one. They did. They did give him a stick. That is key here. Finds its way over to Rotier. Blocked by the man with no stick. Playing a little bit of soccer out here, I guess, today. Definitely not what he thought he'd be doing when he came to Oregon.
Monroe bringing it down to the other end gives Obert time to grab his own stick.
Oh, and that's a big save there by Keene, giving Obert some time to maybe get his player's stick back to him.
1:29 remaining. Face off in the near side circle comes out to Monroe.
Played back into the zone by Dosher there. Just tries to chip it out, but it's blocked.
Oh, nice steal.
Looks for a shot.
Oh, so close. Monroe with it. Comes out through neutral and into the Panther zone. Oregon has control until it gets poked away by Monroe, sent it around the boards near the near side corner.
There's Nieto trying to play it. Gets a little body onto him, but Dosher comes in to take care of that puck for him.
Monroe clears their zone, goes out to Oregon in the neutral.
Monroe looks to get it back down deep into Oregon's zone, but they just cannot. Anderson's got the puck, tries to move it back to Leatherberry, who just gets rid of it to give his guys a little bit more time to set themselves up on the ice.
Battle for it right on the blue line.
There's Leatherberry keeping control of it on the blue line there. Goes over to Peterson, who dumps it in deep. Peterson staying with the puck, moves itself into the far end, where we've got Jakey and Anderson looking for it. No time left on the clock, and there goes the second period.
Yeah, so that was a very eventful second period. We had 2 additional goals, both by Janicki.
Both by Andrew Jakey, actually.
Yeah, Jakey, that's it.
And then we've got the one for Monroe by Nolan Bodenstein.
Yeah, but we also had 5 penalties for Monroe for 10 minutes, and Oregon's 3 for 6.
Yeah, definitely a eventful period, 100%. You got 3 goals between both teams. You got What does that make?
8.
8 penalties? Holy cow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a longer period than the first, that's for sure, with that many stoppages.
Yep. So we'll be right back at the start of the third period in just a few minutes. You're watching Panther Hockey on OCA Media.
Panther Sports is brought to you in part with funding from our generous sponsors: Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Bill's Food Center, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join us in supporting our Oregon High School student athletes. Become a booster member today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. OCA Media relies on local business and private donations to provide you with this Panther Sports production. Please consider joining our team of sponsors.
Welcome back to the start of the third period of tonight's Panther hockey match against the Monroe Cheesemakers, brought to you by OCA Media Sports. We'd like to thank some of our sponsors whose generous donations help make this broadcast possible: Panther Exteriors, Doopy's Service Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be part of something great. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. So we're back here with a score of 3-1, and Oregon scored 2 points in that second period, 1 in the first. Both of those were power play goals.
Both by Andrew Jakey as well.
Yeah, and Monroe scored 1, and that was at the beginning of the second period, and that was by Bodenstein. And there was a ton of penalties. Oregon got 3 for 6 minutes, and Monroe got 5 for 10, and of course, of those 5 penalties, Oregon managed to get 2 power play goals.
Yeah, and that's big for this Oregon team to be able to capitalize on that power play. It definitely lets them, obviously pull ahead, but also keep a little bit momentum on their side.
So we're going to have a face-off in center ice here. Looks like McKenzie in for Oregon. Oh, and the Panther falls down off the face-off, and puck into neutral, where Monroe will bring it into the Oregon zone. Knocked into the far side corner. Monroe holds his own. Whiff on a pass. Whiff on a catch. Loses his edge, and Monroe gains control of it in their own zone. Out to neutral.
Got Mueller there trying to take a step.
Get dumped into the near side circle.
Leatherberry chips it out.
Nice save. Into neutral. Delayed offsides. Everybody touches up for Monroe. Oregon has it in the far side circle. Comes into neutral. Monroe with it in their own zone. High and into the Panther zone.
Keene plays it over to Leatherberry there, who looks to move it up ice.
We managed to clear the zone. Monroe with it, brings it back in. A couple of players tumble over each other. Puck in the near side corner. Puck moving slow behind that net over there. I wonder if there's a little bit of water pooling still over there.
Yeah, when they do the ice, they go over that specific spot a couple of times. So it seems there usually is a little bit of buildup.
Monroe with it. Dumps it into the Oregon zone.
Keene leaves it for Mueller, who just looks to get it out of the zone for once, get a change.
So we'll have icing here. Face off in the Oregon zone. Face-off comes away to Oregon.
That's Jakey with the puck moving up the ice. Moves it over to Anderson. They are called offsides.
So we'll have another face-off. Just outside of the Cheesemaker zone.
There's Peterson there against Janicki at the face-off dot.
Oregon sends it in. Monroe gains control of it behind their own net, trying to set it forward. They do manage to clear the zone. Oregon pokes it off of their stick. Oregon with it. Battle for it in the corner.
Stays in the corner. We got a couple of guys down there in the corner for Oregon.
Nice pass
Mason
forward.
Anderson.
And that'll be icing. 14:31 remaining in the game. So we'll have another face-off in the Panther zone. Far side circle. Comes away to Monroe. Oregon grabs it right out of the middle. Brings it through neutral and into the Monroe zone. High off the glass and gloved down by Oregon.
There's a big body there by Mueller. Leatherberry looks up the ice. Finds Zerwick, who finds Rotier.
Puck drop to nobody where Monroe will gain control.
Benjamin's going to keep fighting for that puck, and it goes off of Zerwick, who is going to try to maintain control. Leatherberry actually gets it. Skates it into the offensive zone there and just dumps it down deep to get a change.
Monroe with it in the far side corner. Manages to clear the zone right past a couple of Panthers.
That's a big find to Bodenstein, who just misses it.
Oh, right off the
hits the right post.
Into the near side corner. Oregon with it. Monroe had it momentarily before it went back to Oregon. Good job getting around the Monroe player over there. Battle for it in the corner.
Jacob Cameron fighting behind the net there for that puck. He wants control.
2-on-2 in the corner.
Got two guys down on the ice, still fighting. Comes out as the Cheesemakers puck for now. Turned back over to Dosher.
Behind the net and over to this near side corner. Comes out to Oregon off that battle. Oregon can't hold the zone, comes through neutral and into the Panther zone. Panthers have control of it. Nice save. Oh, a couple of nice saves.
That was a good step there by Weedle to stop that one from coming out in front of the net. Monroe looks for a shot, but it goes wide right, and Weedle's there to control it after Keene touches it for him. Moves it up to Anderson, who moves it up to Peterson. Dropped back. Looks to find its way into the Cheesemakers zone.
A couple of people miss it, and Monroe comes out with it into neutral. That shot went wide to the left. Nice shot in, knocked to the corner. Monroe with it along the boards, tries to get it right in front of Keene. Keene covers up.
Nice control of the puck there by Keene. Able to make sure that that thing doesn't find its way into the back of the net.
11:43 left in the game. Oregon up by 2, scores 3-1. Face off in the far side circle.
That one's one back from Monroe, who gets a shot, but it's blocked.
Nice coverage by the Panthers against the Cheesemakers over there.
For sure, and there goes Rotier coming up the ice. Looking for that one, and Obert takes control. Decides to cover is the best option.
So we'll have a face-off in the far side circle.
Well, and there goes Rotier, almost finding the back of the net there.
Nice blocker pad save. Battle forward in the circle. Comes out to Oregon. Centering pass goes to Monroe. Oh, very close corner option there.
Big hit by Zerwick, which is going to be called a penalty. Got an elbowing coming on number 2, Ty Zerwick. So the Cheesemakers are going to be on a 2-minute power play. Face-off will be back in Oregon zone. And we will see what the Panthers penalty kill can do here. After being able to kill 3 last period, they seem to be on top of their game, but let's see if they can keep to that.
Face off in the far side circle. Cameron in it for Oregon. Panthers managed to clear the zone. Cheesemakers control in their own zone, but they bring it into neutral. Monroe with it still in neutral. Pass back and forth. Oregon giving good chase.
There's Leatherberry just trying to get it down, kill a little bit more of this penalty.
Knocked off to the corner by Obert. Monroe with it. They managed to clear their zone. Oregon has control in neutral. Cheesemakers with it right along the blue line, and they do get into the zone. And Panthers send it right back out, right along the boards to the far side circle, where Obert will slow it down. Behind the net.
There's Jakey on the chase.
Through neutral. Panthers keep it out of the zone. Dump it right back into the far side circle again. Obert this time sends it to the other corner. Monroe with it.
Anderson chasing behind the net. You got Jakey sitting in the center ice. Leatherberry with a big block. That one looks like it hurts.
And a nice save.
That one's going to sting a little bit.
I'm sure they're used to that.
Oh, yeah. Well, he is actually a lacrosse goalie, so he is very used to being hit with things that are moving incredibly fast.
That makes sense. Face off in the near side circle. Puck drops and didn't go anywhere for a minute. Monroe with it. Pass gets blocked by Oregon.
Dosher finds that puck, looks up ice for Jacob Cameron, who's going to see if he can beat that Monroe man to the puck. Does not.
And that comes off its spot.
Only have 6 seconds left on this penalty kill for Oregon, and then they will be back to even strength 5-on-5.
Face off in the near side circle. Face off comes out to Monroe. They bring it along behind their net. Pass back behind the net again.
Oh. We are at full strength, and it is kept in the zone there by Mueller. Gets a nice save by Obert.
So that makes Oregon 4 for 4 on power play kills.
Yeah, they are definitely doing well tonight on killing those penalties because, I mean, you give too many goals up on those, and it can turn the tides of the game. And they are able to get that puck out of the crease.
That was beautiful teamwork by Oregon over there.
A wide open net, and we've got a penalty coming against Monroe. Dosher looks for that puck to go across the ice to Nieto. Monroe grabs control. We've got 2-minute roughing on number 26, Hayden Barker. Oh, and we've got another call here. I believe that signal is for a misconduct on number 26, Hayden Barker, as well.
So a face-off in the near side circle in the Monroe zone. Right now, Monroe's only 3 for 5 on power play kills, so we might be able to get another goal out of this one.
So we'll see what the call on this penalty is from our PA announcer.
Oregon with it.
Looking to find Nieto across ice, but he just cannot get that shot off.
Off to the near side corner, out to the blue line, back to the corner.
Cross ice over to Jakey, just off to the left.
And we've got a cover up by Obert. 7:57 remaining in this game with 1:36 remaining in the Panther power play. Face off in the near side circle. Comes out to Oregon. Across the ice to the corner.
So that is just the roughing call, no misconduct. Thought that was the signal there that the ref gave over by the box, but we have just a rough with a minute 10 left on this power play for Oregon.
Right in front of the net. Comes out to the circle and back out by the blue line. Back to the other circle.
And this is great puck movement, but one misplay, and Monroe's got that puck moving right back down into Oregon zone.
50 seconds left in the power play. Battled for behind the net. Oregon comes out with it. Glove down by Monroe and sent high and into the Panther zone.
Cameron there behind the net. Looks for Dosher. He's going to move it right up ice to Jakey there, who will look for his third tonight maybe. Not quite, just off.
Oh.
And that one's going all the way back.
Nice long pass by Keene.
Wow. That was a beautiful pass.
4 seconds left in the power play. Battled along the boards.
Otherberry with the shot. Oh, great save there by Obert, even through the screen.
6:17 remaining in the game. Both teams now at full strength. Makes Monroe 4 for 6 on power play kills. Off to the far side. Monroe has it. Goes around into the corner. Oregon sends it forward. Monroe battling for it. 2-on-3. Comes out to an Oregon player. Sent through neutral.
Looks to find Zerwick. He's got a 2-on-2 with Benjamin there. Just barely missed Rotier's stick, in fact.
Monroe did the same thing, sending it back into the Oregon zone. Whiff on a pass.
We've got bodies flying. There is a penalty coming. We've got a trip coming for against Oregon, in fact, number 24, Kerry Weedle.
So that gives them 5 on the night, total penalties. Nobody's gotten 2 penalties on by themselves, so that's pretty good.
I would say that's pretty good, yeah, definitely.
Battle for it, 2-on-1. Oregon sends it forward.
Obert out to play the puck. Looks to just leave it behind for his man.
Obert slows it down again. Ooh, a nice pick by Oregon.
There's a shot by Jacob Cameron. Big save by Obert. Puck's loose.
Oh.
Finds its way between his 5-hole out in front of the net. And now Monroe is on a break. They've got a shot just wide left.
Battle for it along the boards. Comes out to the middle of the Panther zone. Panthers send it high and into the Cheesemaker zone. Wow.
Hockey names are hard, man. Believe me.
Oregon or Cheesemakers have it. Wow, now I'm getting the teams messed up even.
Janicki's got it behind the net. He's looking up top. They're looking for a one-time shot, just high. And it finds its way back into Cheesemaker territory.
Dropped into the corner. One-on-one battle for it. Now 2-on-1. Comes out to Monroe.
Zerwick's definitely putting up a fight down there to keep that puck in his possession.
Monroe with it through their own zone and into neutral. Pass forward into the Panther zone. Panthers managed to clear the zone again. Great job killing this penalty so far.
Definitely. With only 7 seconds left, they are looking very solid right now.
Monroe with it.
That's a big hit on the far end. It looks like we got a Monroe player down. Gonna have a stoppage for that one. And at this point, you can just hope that he's all right.
Ongoing support from our local business partners help make this broadcast possible. You can become a sponsor of OCA Media programs like this. For more information, contact Paul at ocamedia.com or visit our website, ocamedia.com.
Well, and as a reminder to our viewers here, they can catch all of the Panther sports on the OCA Media cable channels, TDS 1019 and 1020. Those are in HD. And on Spectrum on channels 983 and 984. Great ways to watch. There's also everything on YouTube as well. And we also have Facebook. We got lots of content that goes out on Facebook regularly, so please follow on Facebook. The trainers are looking after the downed Monroe player over there.
Looks like they're going to slowly try to get him to his feet. Seems well enough to skate back to the bench under his own power, but and that downed player was Ethan Rosenthal. So we can just hope that everything's all right with him at the end of the day.
He just seems a little shaken up. Maybe he can get back out on the ice.
And with only 3:34 left in the game, we have the Panthers up 3-1 still. We're going to have a face-off in Panther territory, I believe.
So the ref is having a discussion right down in front of us here.
Did not catch what was said there, but it looks like we've got number 3, which is
McKenzie.
Yes, John McKenzie. Looks like he's going to be serving a penalty for the Panthers. Interested to see what the call is here.
Yeah. Face off in the far side circle. There'll be a roughing call.
Oh, and that one's tipped in front of the net. Finds its way to the back.
That was a power play goal.
That one, I believe, was by
Number 10 again.
number 10. Once again, for his second of the game, Nolan Bodenstein.
Oregon still up by 1 with 3:17 remaining. No longer on a penalty kill here. So
Oregon is now 6 for 7 on power play kills.
Yeah, they are. Once you get to a certain number of penalties, it's hard to stay consistent on killing every single one.
Off to the far side corner, around behind the net. Oregon has it. Puck manages to leave the zone. Oregon dumps it back in. Everybody touches up.
Nieto on the chase. Big step there by Barnish to keep that puck in Monroe territory. Moves around behind the net. Looks to move it up the ice. Monroe stops him. Mueller looks to Nieto, who looks to just get it down into Monroe territory for a moment.
Monroe manages to keep it in neutral and dump it right back into the Oregon zone. 2:22 left in the game.
Monroe seems to have found their groove here.
Oh, loose right in front of the net.
Oh, and we've got a guy on top of the puck there. Oregon comes out with it and just gets rid of it. Great defense, great job stopping that attack there. And we are down to 2 minutes left in this game. It's a 1-goal game in Oregon's favor. Monroe finding it up in the middle of the ice, taking it down to the corner, batted away by Andrew Jakey, finds its way out of bounds. So we have a stoppage in the Oregon zone.
So after a really uneventful first period where we only had 1 goal, we've gotten quite a few goals in the last 2 periods and quite a few penalties.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can tell both teams were kind of warming up in that first period. Both feeling each other out, seeing how each other's going to play, and they've picked it up once that second period came, and they have not stopped.
Monroe with it in their corner. Oregon clears the zone through neutral and right into the Cheesemaker zone. Cheesemakers send it right back out.
Tipped back into the Oregon zone, and there is Buskager looking to wheel it all the way around. Leatherberry takes control in the far corner, just tries to dump it out. Oh, and that's a big eat there by, I believe that is Andrew Jakey, in fact, yeah. And they are calling that one an icing.
57 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, this one's looking like it's going to come down to a battle. We've got a timeout called here.
You can watch this and other OCA programs on demand on our YouTube channel. Visit ocamedia.com for more information.
So now you wonder here, will Oregon go on the attack, or will they try and stay a little defensive and just stop these Cheesemakers from scoring one more to tie it?
Well, if I was Oregon, I'd just let the game run out.
I think that is the penalty clock. Or not penalty, sorry.
The
timeout clock.
timer.
Timeout,
Okay.
yeah. So we got about 28 seconds left on that timeout here. And then we will be right back into the action for just under a minute, I believe.
So do you think Monroe will pull their goalie to try to get another attacker in this?
I think they may. The puck starts down in Oregon's end, so they may start with him pulled. Hope that they can pull something off within these last 57 seconds or so.
I think they're still trying to figure out what they're going to do.
Definitely, and they are about to run out of time on this timeout. Going to have to figure it out quick. So this will be interesting to see what they come out with doing. They are, in fact, looking to pull the goalie, I believe. They are. So Monroe will be... Got one too many here for Monroe, but they figured that one out pretty quick. So it will be a 6-on-5 with an empty net for Monroe. Oregon looking just to kill this one out.
Oh, a nice save.
Good glove grab to get that stoppage right there.
Oregon's really got to get it out of their zone.
Once they get into Monroe, they got free and open net.
Monroe holds the zone. Dosher almost puts that one right out on him, though.
Monroe still controlling the puck in the Panther zone.
They've got plenty of bodies in front of the net, that's for sure, to get a screen. One shot and anything could happen.
Oh, and Oregon clears the zone.
Clears, but it could be called an ice. It is not going to make it. Oh, wow.
Oh, just stopped right before that red line.
Close. So we've got Keene behind playing it. Leatherberry picks it up.
We got 10 seconds left here.
He's just going to sit on it.
Oh, that's what I would do. I would just hold it as much as I could right behind the net.
Definitely. Oh, and they're cutting it close here. 2, 1. That's going to be the game, but we've got a big scruff right up in front.
So Oregon is going to come away winning this one 3-2. Monroe did try the open net trick.
They did, and I mean, I would say they were very close to succeeding because they did not give up an empty net. They were able to put a lot of pressure on at the end of the game there.
And right there at the end, they were right in the corner of the net, so it could have tied it up and brought it into overtime.
Very close, and that would have been a very interesting overtime, very eventful.
Yeah, so we end this game 3-2 in Oregon's favor, and this game was brought to you with support from our generous sponsors: Panther Exteriors, Doopy's Service Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Be part of something great. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. On behalf of the OCA Media Sports production crew, myself and Aiden, thank you for watching Panther hockey on OCA Media Sports.
Panther Sports is brought to you in part with funding from our generous sponsors: Panther Exteriors, Stoughton Health, Bill's Food Center, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join us in supporting our Oregon High School student athletes. Become a booster member today. The Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting is hard. We're here to help. Oregon cares. OCA Media relies on local business and private donations to provide you with this Panther Sports production. Please consider joining our team of sponsors.